back, Social Sleuthers. Are you ready to use your sleuthing skills? If you're wondering what sleuthing means, let me tell you. It means you get to be a detective and look for clues to help our friends in the story. Let me introduce our friends again. Here's Alex, Daisy, Michelle, and Brian. You may have noticed that the group of friends are not together this time. Well, a lot has changed since you saw them last. You have probably heard of an illness that has been going around. It's not just a normal cold or flu, but something more serious. Just like you, this illness has changed the lives of our friends. Going to the grocery store is very different. Parks are closed. Beaches were closed. Summer camps have been canceled, and the friends are not able to hang out like they did before. They have stayed in touch by video chatting every day, and sometimes talking about the virus. Alex tells his friends that the virus makes him feel nervous. Daisy feels worried. Michelle feels sad. Brian feels fearful. When we have feelings like these or others, they can cause different sensations in our body. Sensations are signals that your body gives to let you know what your body needs, like food or how your body feels. Okay, sleuthers, let's see if we can help our friends figure out which part of their bodies are feeling sensations. Here's Alex. What part of his body is feeling different? Uh-huh. Alex's stomach feels like a tornado inside. How about Daisy? Yes, Daisy's mind keeps racing. There's so many thoughts in her head that it's hard for her to focus. Her head feels like it's pounding. Okay, watch Michelle. What do you think about her? This one is kind of tricky. Michelle feels like there's a big lump in her throat, and it's hard for her to swallow. Okay, now last but not least, what about Brian? Yep, Brian's heart is beating so fast he feels like it may jump out of his chest. You may be feeling different sensations too. Recognizing when you feel sensations is important because they can help you understand how you're feeling. Then you can figure out what to do if you need to change your feeling. Some of the group talk to their parents about their feelings. This is really important. Anytime you have feelings that make you feel uncomfortable, you should talk to a parent or another adult you trust. Talking to his mom really helps Alex, but Daisy still feels worried, even after talking to her dad. Okay, sleuthers, even before the virus, Daisy sometimes had worries about things. And Daisy is the one we'll be focusing on in this book-isode. Here, let me show you an example, and then we can work together to help Daisy. We all have things that worry us, and they can be different. Michelle and Daisy definitely have different feelings about worms. How does Daisy feel about them? Yep, Daisy looks scared. Sometimes when we're really scared or worried about something, we run away. Okay, this time look at Michelle. How does she feel? Right, Michelle likes digging for worms. What thought do you think she's having in her thought bubble? Hmm, maybe something like, worms are cool. They can live in dirt. Okay, let's check on Daisy. What thought do you think she's having? Maybe something like, worms are wiggly and might try to crawl on me. Ugh! So why is Daisy feeling worried about worms, but Michelle is not? Do you have an idea? They are feeling different because they're having different thoughts about worms. Our thoughts affect how we feel about things. So if we can change our thoughts, we can change how we feel. Do you remember Michelle from our last book-isode? She became really upset when there was no more pizza in the cafeteria. She learned that there are two voices in our heads. There's our inner coach. If you watch this book-isode, what does the inner coach do? The The inner coach tries to help us think flexibly about situations. Then there's bigger, louder. What does this voice do? This voice keeps us from thinking flexibly. It keeps us stuck on one idea or doing things one way. Bigger, louder is often bigger and louder than our inner coach, so it can be tricky to ignore. This is the voice that takes over when we have worries. It's especially loud when worries are not helpful, like with Daisy's worry about worms. All right, sleuthers, let's see if we can help Daisy change her thoughts about worms. Uh-oh, take a look at Daisy. She is still feeling scared. How can you tell? Yes, she started breathing really fast. This can make her feel dizzy and even more scared. Luckily, her father is here to help. And sleuthers, you can help too. We are going to use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First, Daisy needs to name 5 things she can see. Okay, sleuthers, help her out. What's 5 things you see around her? Yep, people and things are around her, like her dad, her house, the garage, the grass, and her mailbox. Those are some choices. Next, what are 4 things she can touch? She can touch her dad, her hair, the steps to the house, the grass. There are many other choices too. Okay, now what are 3 things she can hear? Yes, some choices might be the cars going by, birds tweeting, and her breathing. What are 2 things she can taste? Hmm, maybe she can still taste the orange she had for lunch, or the sweat on her dad's cheek when she kisses him. Here's the last one. What's 1 thing she can smell? Yep, maybe it's the grass, or flowers, or even her dad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a great way to calm your mind and body. Let's look at Daisy now. How is she feeling? Yes, she looks calm. Now her dad is able to talk about what's bothering her. Daisy and her dad take some time to research worms so she can understand them better. Do you know any fun facts about worms? Well, here are some. Worms' slime is an important nutrient for plants. It's like plant food. Baby worms come from cocoons, and worms don't have eyes. Those are definitely some interesting facts. And Daisy thinks so too. Hey, Dad, worms aren't so bad, she says. I think I want to go back and look at Michelle's worm again. Check that out, sleuthers. You helped Daisy calm her body so she could learn about worms. Now her thoughts have changed. Daisy is listening to her inner coach, who's telling her that worms are interesting and important creatures. She is not listening to Bigger Louder, who was telling her that worms are wiggly and gross. She's not ready to hold a worm yet, but she looks with curiosity. Hi, Mom. What are you doing? Why are you wearing a mask? Asked Daisy. I'm getting my list ready to go to the store. No! Screams Daisy. Please don't leave. You have to stay here with me. Daisy's mom is puzzled. Daisy, your dad is here. He'll stay with you. No, you can't leave. Last time you said you would be back in 30 minutes, but you were gone for hours. What if you don't come back this time? Whoa, sleuthers. Here's another big worry. What does Daisy do with her body to let you know she's feeling worried? Yep, she grabs onto her mom and won't let go. Daisy really needs her mom to understand how she feels. Daisy's mom realizes this and stops to talk to her. I think I really worried you when I took longer than expected at the store last time. Daisy, it was a surprise to me too. The lines were longer than expected because everyone is being very careful about this virus. The stores are trying to keep everyone safe. What do you think I should do if the trip takes longer than expected this time? What would help you feel better? What do you think, sleuthers? What could Daisy's mom do if she might be late? Did you say she could call home and let Daisy know? Great! That's exactly what they agree on. And while her mom is gone, Daisy plays her favorite card game with her dad. How is she feeling now? She looks excited, like she's having lots of fun. In fact, she's having so much fun that she did not realize how long her mom was gone. Sometimes doing something you really enjoy can help distract you from your worries. Do you have something you really enjoy doing that could distract you from your worries? Wow, that sounds like fun. As the new school year gets closer, it gets harder and harder for Daisy to sleep. She keeps thinking about when her life will be like it was before. She wonders what school will be like this year, when she will get to play with her friends again, and when she will not have to wear a mask. "Dad!" cries out Daisy. Daisy explains her worries to her dad. "Daisy, I think you should write down your worries," her dad explains. "When we can write down our thoughts, it helps to get them out of our head so we can focus on what we need to do. And right now, you need to sleep. Do you want to try it?" For one final time that night, Daisy thinks about her worries and writes them in her book. She is relieved to get her thoughts out of her head. And because her thoughts are no longer in her head, Daisy can sleep. Due to this new virus, some parents have decided to homeschool their children instead of sending them back to school. This is what Alex's and Daisy's parents choose. Some parents decide to send their children to school. This is what Michelle's and Brian's parents choose. Do you think Daisy may have worries about this too? Yes, and her parents are ready. Watch, sleuthers. Can you guess what strategy Daisy and her family is using to help her deal with her worries? Yep, exercise. Exercise is a great way to deal with some of the sensations we talked about earlier. For Daisy, when she's busy exercising, it's harder for all those thoughts to wander into her head. She is focused on what she needs to do. After starting the morning with exercise, Daisy is ready to tackle her schoolwork. Her mind is clear and she is able to focus on what her mom is teaching. Thank you for your help, sleuthers. You did it again. Sleuthers, today you learned about some of the many strategies that can help your worries. Let's see how many you can name. What's this one? You got it. It's your inner coach. Everyone has one. Okay, how about this one? After Daisy and her mom talked about her worry, what helped keep Daisy's mind busy while her mom went to the store? Uh-huh, playing cards. Daisy and her dad used a distraction to keep her worry thoughts out of her head. What happened here? Exactly. Daisy wrote down her thoughts. These worry thoughts had a new place to live. Okay, last one. What did Daisy's parents do to help her with worries that she might have about school? Exactly, they exercised together before they started her school day. Wow, sleuthers, your listening ears worked hard today. Did you find a strategy you want to try? Or do you have another way to deal with your worries? I hope this book-isode helped you find some new ideas. Sleuthers, I'll see you back here soon for another sleuthing adventure. Social Sleuthers is presented by Social Sprouts, where social learning sprouts every day.